There is a new conversation that began on social media recently about immigrants rejecting the question, where are you from? And I feel like I really strongly would like to join this conversation because I've wanted to talk about it actually for a very long time. And actually, already a few years back on my YouTube channel, I've attempted to talk about real experiences of immigrants, not those polished, always the same repetitive success stories that we usually hear, but the actual everyday lived experiences, particularly in North America, but not only. But I'm trying to refer to what I've experienced, I've seen around me. And I'm going to be referring to Mr. Matt Walsh episode about it, when he presented a dose of misunderstanding for a true misunderstanding for why this question is so rejected by some of the immigrants. And I'm going to try to explain it, and in the most sort of open, vulnerable, sharing way. I understand, and this is what he says, that there are people, many people, large number of people who use this question as a conversational tool. And that's it. But from my experience, there are also a large number of people who use this question as a sorting tool in their perception of the world. So that information about me is supposed to help them organize their idea of me even before get to know me. It's like putting me into a certain box. This question, that's the biggest problem with this question, that when the conversation with a stranger begins, and that stranger is an immigrant, and after a few sentences, you pick up one picks up the accent, the conversation flow stops, and the conversation about country of origins enters like a sort of sharp knife from the side, cutting the flow on the conversation, because that other participant, the non-immigrant one, has this need to first categorize you, and to really categorize you under other, the non-compatriot, non-concitizen, to continue with the conversation. And that will then affect his or her perspective on how much of sort of freedom to wiggle, the power play in the conversation. She will give you the whole power play of the conversation. And it's a real experience of a large number of immigrants, that the moment when there is that sudden realization that I'm speaking to somebody with an accent, somebody with the coming from outside, so that other, I'm completely changing the set of ideas I will present myself by. And I literally saw in my own eyes people presenting themselves to me in certain way after they discovered I'm an immigrant, versus presenting themselves to the core citizens of Canada, where I currently live. And it creates a disadvantage for the immigrant, because certain things that could be exchanged and offered between two people from the same country are then removed from the conversation with the immigrant, because there is this box in that person's mind that the immigrant is this, and this. And he or she will only understand this, and this reference. And there is no point to talk with this person about this, and that. It's a very dangerous thing, because you don't know my individual story. You don't know my personality. You kind of taking away almost a joy of taking your time to get to meet me as me, which I am giving you that sort of that credit. I'm not sort of looking at you, or just another, let's say, Canadian, or just another American. I'm generally curious of who you are. That's just the beginning to me of sort of this very deep and important conversation. And I hope that maybe clarifies some of these experiences. And I'm very curious whether you would like to maybe share more about and bring up your experience. Thank you.